Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. How are you today? It is Thursday, August 3rd, 2017. There's a lot going on here. I'm going to try to sum it up real quick. Let me start off with this. There is so much hype right now across the mainstream financial channels about Dow 22,000. It almost makes you want to vomit because the truth of the matter is the only reason why we hit Dow 22,000 yesterday was because of Apple. That's it. One company, a Dow component, quite obviously, which added enough to the Dow Jones Industrial Average to push us where we are now. I do not believe we are going to hold Dow 22,000 very long. I could be wrong here because this market is absolutely irrational, but this market is also massively overowned right now. Not only is this market massively overowned right now, there are several other dynamics in play which could put pressure on this market. Let me say this as well. We need a pullback here. For those bulls out here, I am a bull as well with regard to this stock market, which in my opinion has nowhere to go but higher in the long run, because we still have a Federal Reserve running the show, a Federal Reserve suppressing interest rates and will continue to do so for as far as the eye can see. We have a dollar which has now hit a 30-month low versus the euro, again with nowhere else to go but lower because of a runaway Federal Reserve. These are all market supportive, at least for now. But this market needs to burn some off to move higher. Now, the dynamics I want to talk about here are pretty simple. Volatility, let's talk about that first. It's scary low. Can it go lower? Yeah, it could, but it looks to me like volatility is going to start kicking up here. The bond market, a huge one. Cash seems to be wanting to move back into the safety, okay, it's a joke, of bonds. So this setup here could be a nice opportunity for this market to pull back. As a matter of fact, as I am doing this video blog, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up right now only a little bit. The S&P 500 is down. The NASDAQ is down. I am still short the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. I'm also short Netflix. Check my website, traderschoice.net. I think there's going to be a lot of money to be made here if the scenario I am outlining here does play out. And that's what this is all about. I want you and me to rip the face off of this market so hard it will be unrecognizable. Okay? Just a couple of other things here. So the dollar again is in this death spiral. Bitcoin is near $3,000, and you got gold and silver not doing too much of anything despite the fact that the dollar is down, and you know the reason behind that. It's not real. It's just unfreaking believable. But this is opportunity for you and me, people, because I can promise you that this guy right here will be acquiring more of all of these things. You need to be in dollar alternatives, whether it's gold and silver or you want to look towards a cryptocurrency. That's where you got to be. The dollar is being killed purposely. So look, we have this weaker dollar right now that is supporting the market. There's no doubt about it. But I think there's the potential here for a breaking point. As Alan Greenspan just said, not just Greg Mannarino anymore, the debt is in a bubble. The dollar is a part of that bubble. The yield curve continues to flatten out. I wrote an article earlier today on my Steam It blog, for which there's a link in the description of this video if you're watching this on YouTube. Check out that article. It talks about basically how we might actually be witnessing a debt reset right now. The dollar falling like it is, the yield curve flattening out. One could easily make a case that yes, we are actually seeing a debt reset unfold right before our eyes. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out moving forward. But again, the premise of this video really is the irrational exuberance that is going on here with regard to the mainstream financial channels, and Dow 22,000 is just a freaking number, guys. You know, you're going crazy, especially the CNBC people. I love all of you. I know some of you. You know who you are. But you're going a little over the top here with this Dow 22,000. I mean, big freaking deal. Big freaking deal. And if we don't hold Dow 22,000, what are you going to do? Start crying? This market needs to pull back, people. It really does for us to move markedly higher. And we're going to see how this plays out. Again, certain dynamics that are in play right now are telling me right now that this market is ripe to fall. We need this pullback to move higher. And I can promise you again that this guy is going to be capitalizing on every single move that this market makes. And that's what I want you to do as well. So check my website, traderschoice.net, and let's rip the face off this market again so hard it will be unfreaking recognizable. All right, with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.